Look, obviously this video isn't about the regular phones like the iPhones or Samsungs or Vivos. This is a special one because this has features that you don't even get in some of the flagships. And second, this has glamour. A lot of glamour. Yes, this is the new Razr 60 Ultra, which has kind of gone under the radar, and this has a real wood-like finish at the back. Your eyes are fine, I promise. And it's not just the glamour. This phone is properly packed with the best specs. But here's the best part. This is the only phone right now that supports Gemini, Microsoft's CoPilot, and even Perplexity. And first of all, this is the only flip phone out there with the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, which means you're getting these powerful Orion cores at 4.32 GHz, the powerful Adreno GPU with the new sliced architecture, the Hexagon NPU, and add to that, there's only one variant with 16 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and 512 GB UFS 4.0 storage, no 128 GB crap base variant or anything. You have proper flagship specs, and yes, this runs like a flagship. Apps open fast, multitasking smooth, and it holds a ton of stuff in memory, even heavy games. Now, of course, intensive games beat BGMI or Call of Duty run like butter on the highest settings. But yes, we also tested some heavier stuff like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, even Delta Force, and all ran at high settings with pretty steady FPS even after, say, a good 1 hour session. So yes, gaming is good even though the benchmarks are not the world-beating type, probably due to the flip phone design. Also, when you run benchmarks, this thing warms up pretty quickly. I mean, everything's packed super tight between those screens and there's barely any room to dissipate heat. You have classic flip phone problem, and I call it flip tax, but that only happens in benchmarks. Now let's get to the real deal. The Snapdragon 8 Elite has a powerful NPU, and that allows the phone to run Meta's Llama 3.5 model on device, and that powers one of the coolest features in this phone, and that's look and talk, which I'm not sure I'm able to do properly. So I can just flip the phone into stand mode or tent mode on my desk and just stare at it and start talking. No touching, no pressing buttons, nothing. I mean, who needs friends when your phone listens this well, right? Now you can ask it random stuff like who's made the first smartphone, or which F1 team is winning right now, or even tell it to recall things you saved earlier. I mean, I can just talk to it, get back to whatever I'm doing, then look at it again later, and yep, it's ready for another round. Honestly, this feels low-key like having your own Jarvis. And all of this happens on device, so your private data stays private, things happen way faster, and you don't have to pay anything. Plus, like most other phones, you can long press the power button to launch Google Gemini, but there's also a separate AI key on the left, and just hold it and Moto AI comes up right away. Now this Moto AI is a mix of CoPilot and Perplexity, and it's contextual right from the start. So compared to something like Gemini where you have to manually share your screen with Gemini, Moto AI already knows what you're currently doing on your phone. So when you trigger it anywhere in the UI, it's also sort of predicting what you'll probably want to do next and suggest things based on that. Now yeah, like any AI, you can also ask it all sorts of stuff like random questions, plan your trips, or even get it to break down whatever's showing on your screen using Perplexity. But you know what, the cool stuff actually starts with the contextual features, and that's what makes this thing super smart. Like check out this playlist studio feature. So I was just checking out Sonu Nigam's concert on Book My Show. Yeah, nostalgia hit obviously. I triggered Moto AI and it auto suggested me to create a playlist. I tapped it and now I'm vibing to Sonu Nigam songs, although it only works with Amazon Music right now. Then there's this feature called Remember This. So like I was recently planning a trip to Jaipur, checking out the hotel options, and instead of taking screenshots or copying links, I just trigger Moto AI. It shows the save to memory button, tap it, and it saves everything: hotel name, prices, amenities, even a screenshot of the page. And you can even tell it things like, remember my chargers in the backpack front pocket, or I kept the passport in the bookshelf behind the speaker. And later on, you can just ask Moto AI and it'll bring it all back. Honestly, it's like your brain, but with better memory. Next up, we've got Image Studio in the Moto AI app, and you can use it to create images, stickers, avatars, and even sketch to image, but that's not all. Like for example, I'm chatting with a friend on WhatsApp, I can open Moto AI and it just automatically suggests generating images and stickers based on what we are talking about. And I can just send it right here without even leaving the chat screen. And if you're someone who's into taking notes, or you attend a bunch of classes, this one's gonna be super handy. Just trigger Moto AI, record a voice note, and it automatically turns it into text, and it even separates who's saying what, which is very useful. So the next time you're attending a class or attending a meeting, you can just zone out, take a nap, whatever. But what I use most is this Update Me feature. See, sometimes I just get too many notifications from different apps, and in all that mess, I actually miss the important stuff. That's where I can just trigger Moto AI, tap Update Me, and it filters out all the useless stuff and shows me the important stuff. The Moto AI on this phone is packed, it's a beast, but apart from the AI features too, the software here is pretty solid. I mean, you get HelloUI on top of Android 15, so clean look, haptics are good, smooth animations. As for updates, Motorola has promised 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of security patches for this phone, which is a bit weak for a phone that costs nearly $1 lakh. but it is what it is. Now all of that gaming and AI features need a solid battery, and Motorola has packed in a 4700 mAh battery here, and has the largest on a flip phone yet. I mean, it's even larger than the Galaxy Z Fold 6 battery, and that's a fold, by the way. And the battery life has been pretty solid to me. I got a screen on time of 6 to 7 hours, and that's with some Netflix, some YouTube, some Instagram scrolling, and even some gaming. This is also the fastest charging flip phone out there. There's a 68-watt charger in the box, yep, in the box, and it takes about an hour to fully charge the phone. You also get 30-watt wireless charging and 5-watt reverse wireless charging support, so great for charging your earbuds or reviving your friend's iPhone. Connectivity is pretty sorted too. You got a proper dual SIM slot, NFC, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, and a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. I just wish they gave USB 3.0 though. Now in terms of cameras, you get a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS, a 50 megapixel ultra wide that also works as a macro, and a 50 megapixel selfie shooter. No telephoto here though. Now the main camera is Pantone validated and clicks some really good pictures, natural colors, solid dynamic range, and there's loads of detail. Skin tones look great too, which is where a lot of phones struggle. Now as for the ultra wide angle camera, there is a bit of color shift, but there's good detail, proper exposure, and pretty consistent photos, so not a big problem. I'm going to give you an idea. See these photos from the main 2x sensor crop and the ultra wide side by side in low light. All three have pretty good details and colors. Now selfies too are pretty good, loads of facial details, skin tones are on point. And as for videos, the main camera can record 8K 30 FPS, the ultra wide and even the selfie camera can do 4K 60 FPS. Now the main camera shoots videos with good details, nice colors, and video is really stable too. Even the ultra wide videos hold detail well, especially outdoors. And since this is a flip, you can fold the phone halfway to start recording in camcorder mode, and there's all those air gestures to record by showing your palm and stuff. Just one thing to note, you can't switch between the main and the ultra wide lenses when shooting in 60 FPS mode, so keep that in mind. Now the outer screen itself is fully customizable with a different lock screen and panel styles. It's got a big 4-inch POLED display that goes up to 165 Hz. I know, pretty crazy for an outer screen. And this is smooth, responsive, gets properly bright outdoors, and you can run any app on it. Now flip it open and you'll meet the 7-inch 1.5K OLED with the 165 Hz refresh rate. And yeah, it's punchy, it's smooth, gets even brighter. Even under the harsh Delhi sun, you can read and see stuff clearly without, squinting your eyes. Also worth mentioning, this phone's got some great stereo speakers. They're loud, punchy, even have a bit of bass to them, pretty clear too. Now the Razr 60 Ultra looks very premium too. I mean, if you've never held a flip phone made of wood, this is as close as it can get. See, Motorola calls it the mountain train finish and has used real wood fibers on the back, and actually feels premium, smells like, yeah, doesn't smell like wood, so don't sniff it. And if wood's not your thing, there's Alcantara suede-like finish we see in a lot of premium cars. There's vegan leather options too. And this thing's pretty strong too with the new titanium hinge. It's tested for 8 lakh folds, so yeah, should easily last the phone's full life cycle. The hinge gap is almost gone. There's no weird space in between. And you also won't notice the crease much this time. I mean, I can feel it when I touch it, but when I'm just looking, it's almost as if not there. The outer screen is also covered by Gorilla Glass ceramic. I've been using it without a case for that wooden in-hand feel, and no scratches so far. There's also IP48 rated, just like the latest Samsung foldables. So yeah, wash your phone, wash your hands, take it in the shower, totally chill. Just don't drop this in the bucket. That's how flip phones go to heaven. Now as for the in-hand feel, this is pretty slim at 7.19mm when open and around 15mm when folded. It also weighs in at well under 200 grams, so pretty comfortable all around. Look, here's the bottom line. The Razr 60 Ultra just gives you a lot for the price. A proper flagship chip, big and bright screen, solid cameras and battery life, and a bunch of genuinely useful AI features. And all of that in a flip design that looks stunning while being durable. Sure, the update policy could have been better, and yeah, no USB 3.0 or dedicated telephoto might bug some people, but overall this feels like a complete flip phone which can even compete and stand out against major flagship bar phones too. I mean, I don't feel like I'm compromising on anything major, and that's what matters really. Anyway, you guys tell me, is this like the proper AI phone a lot of people have been waiting for? Also, would you spend 90K on this flip? Comment down below. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button right now. See you in the next one.